time now for our weekly check on London's latest fashion trends with ES Magazine's beauty editor Katie Service talking all things hair and beauty. Katie, lovely having you with us this morning.
Lovely to be here. Thanks for having me.
And we're starting with quite an unusual trend. Tell us about it.
I've got some interesting things for you today, actually. So the first trend that I'm bringing to you is red eyeshadow, which, before you completely freak out, is a very viable trend this summer. It's actually, I mean, red's obviously traditionally been a real colour for beauty. You know, people have red lips, red nails for centuries and centuries.
But not red eyes.
I know, but you'd be surprised how flattering it is. Here you can see one of Chanel's new colours. It's the Illusion d'Ombre, and it's in red rouge brûlée.
So that's not the sort of red that I'd had in my head. That's quite kind of dark browny red.
It's amazing how kind of subtle a red can be. Sensual, it can be soft. It doesn't have to be like red alert, aggressive. And it's actually incredibly flattering. Like, that would look amazing with your eyes, for example. It looks amazing with blue eyes. It really kind of like brings out any like warmth in your face. It's actually surprisingly easy to do. You just need a sort of like soft, fluffy eyeshadow brush, whoosh it around just on the top centre of your eyelid, and you'd be surprised how like much it makes you glow, actually.
This is a trend that's been picked up by a few celebs. We're currently seeing Kristen Stewart.
So I know, isn't she amazing? But she looks incredible, and that's a really good example where it almost is a sort of chocolatey brown, and you can actually just whiz a bit across over your kind of darker brown eyeshadow to give it this warmth. That's quite a strong look. I've actually got a tiny bit on my eyes today, you can see. So that's how to do it really subtly. But they've also got in that collection blusher and everything. It's very wearable.
Moving on, something that I absolutely love. We're talking all things glitter.
Yes, I know, for those of us who haven't grown up yet.
It's very 90s,
but it's very 90s, and I'm here to convince you that there's life for glitter after festivals. Especially, as you can see, these guys are the glitters that we used at the Burberry show, the autumn-winter. Wendy Rowe, their makeup artist, was applying them just kind of over the eyelid and just on the tops of the cheekbones, almost like a little highlighter. Like, quite rock and roll. There we go, you can see Edie Campbell with it there. Especially if you keep to a kind of monotone glitter and don't go all crazy with like pink and blue. This is definitely something that you can wear when you're older, and it's not just kind of like a teen trend.
The only problem is that you will always, I mean, it looks great on the models, but for those of us that aren't on the catwalk that wear this kind of trend, you get the pieces of glitter in your eye and it's in there forever. You can't
literally, So the best tip is to use sellotape to get it off, which sounds a little bit lethal, but it's what makeup artists do backstage. They just take a piece of sellotape and just stick it on the skin and pull it off. And that's
tip. Very good tip. Moving on to hair, and not one bun but two.
Two is always better. I think, like you were saying earlier, 90s is having a little bit of a revival moment, and Baby Spice particular is the kind of like is the hero of this trend. So especially double hair buns, either high, like Hailey Baldwin's been doing recently. You can see her there. She did at Kylie Jenner's birthday party, and then also at the Dior autumn-winter catwalk show. They actually had them low down, which I think is a bit chicer. You can pull that off definitely well into your kind of 40s and 50s, especially if you use it with a little bit of shine spray and make it look quite like a sort of like chic updo.
It's quite Chun-Li. Do you remember the Street Fighter game?
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, gaming is having a big growth at the moment, isn't it? So there you go.
Moving on to a beauty blogger. It's a gorgeous look. Next, a beauty blogger.
Yeah, you're excited about this one, aren't you?
I'm so excited about this. Anyone that loves the world of beauty knows Huda Beauty straight away. And she's coming to the UK. Tell us more.
She is coming to the UK. So if you don't know about her, she was a blogger that launched in kind of 2010. She now has like 14 million Instagram followers. She is huge. She's had this collection out with Sephora in the States and in Europe and the Emirates for a while now, and we've been desperate to get our hands on it. And finally, this week in Harrods, we've got it, which is really exciting. You can get the liquid mattes and the lip contours and her incredible mink eyelashes. It opened yesterday. There were crowds queuing out, you know, like actually queuing out of Harrods onto the Brompton Road. So yeah, it's very, very exciting, and they're great. These lipsticks last for days.